Hello again people, it's the 26th of May 2026 and we're back in Grisdale Valley, or Grisdale Beck. So I've got a big one today. It's now 1:45 and Glenreading car park was hammered, and there's plenty of people by the lakes on the paddle boards and lilos and little boats and all sorts of things. So I'm going to be heading towards Grisdale town initially along the valley, and then I'm going to be going up Dollywagging and then making my way to Helvellyn, and then I'm going to assess what I'm going to be doing from there. But it's going to be a long one if I end up going to Sheffield Pike, which is what I initially planned, but ended up setting off a little bit too late. But we'll see. We've got plenty of daylight hours ahead of us, so we'll just... Okay, I've only been going 20 minutes and it's really humid. I mean, look how low the cloud base is. So that's St Sunday Crag over there, and then we've got Dollywagging in near the most in front of us. So, and then the start of the striding edge there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting higher up, although it's going to take some, I'll be burning some calories making my way up to Helvellyn, but just hopefully should be at least 3 or 4 degrees cooler, and hopefully by that time the cloud would have broken up or lifted or gone. It's so still. Everybody that I've passed that's doing the coast to coast walk has remarked how hot and sweaty they are. Steamed up, look, nice and cool. Okay, so Grisdale Town is just here now, just behind that. I've just filled my water up from that other stream that basically it runs down the hillside down there and then comes out there. So this isn't the water that's coming from Grisdale Town itself, but it's nice and cool. Yeah, so I'm out with the Zpacks today, and boy, I'm glad I brought this. If you can see the how big that gap is behind there, look. Trust me, on a day like this, it comes into its own. It's so still today, honestly. I mean, it said 29 degrees down there, but I won't be surprised coming up that valley if it was even warmer than that. I mean, everyone was like half dead on the feet. Even the sheep wasn't moving out of the way. So yeah, I'm at Grisdale Town now. It's here where I sort of like bear right and then go up Dollywagging and then onto Nethermost Pike and then on to Helvellyn. And we'll assess it from there because I'm feeling alright really. I mean, sweating loads. So what I'm going to do, to add to this cool fresh water, I'm going to put one of them electrolyte tabs in there, and that'll just hopefully ensure that I don't get a bout of the cramps when it comes to lying down in my sleeping bag. So yeah, I'll give you a proper rundown on the gear that I brought with me today, because it's quite specific, my summer gear, compared to what I would carry when it's like colder temperatures. So I'll catch you up. I'll catch up with you when I get on the top of Dollywagging or Nethermost, depending how I feel. If I've still got any breath. See, where I'm stood now is a fantastic place to pitch, but I've got more planned, haven't I? So you can see Ullswater there. That's the top of St Sunday Crag there. Forgot the name of this one here. So that down there is that hip, that's where I pitched that time when I did the Pinnacle Bridge Traverse, and then just in the distance you can see Windermere. I think I said it was Thilmere last time. And then over there, around there is the Scarfell. Yeah, so I'm nearly at the top of Dollywagging here. But yeah, what a great place to pitch. Just I think I'll bear that one in mind for another time. Finally, there's a gentle breeze now, so you can just see Thilmere down there, and that's Nethermost Pike. I'm going to follow this path here, make my way to Helvellyn, and then I'm feeling pretty good, even though it's been dead hot and sweated loads. In total I think I've drank 3 litres of water. So when I get to that spring just at the back of Helvellyn, I'll fill up again there. I'll fill up for the night there, so taking about 3 litres of water, fill up my 2 Evernew 900 ml bottles, my collapsible bottles, and then I'll fill me titanium flask, and then these 2 shoulder bottles, shoulder strap bottles. So what will that be? 1, 2, 3. I'll be getting on for 3.5, nearly 4. Right, see you at the top. So as I've been coming up, I've been recceing future camping spots, and here's another one. Some guy over there in looks like a helm. You can just see the striding edge over there. Not long now before top of it. Yeah, I was just coming off Dollywagging then, and I had a chat with a guy in the tent. It's not a helm one, it was a Vord. He's called Simon. He's a nice chap. Just having a quick chat about where we've both been today. So I can now see Sheffield Pike over there. So this is Striding Edge in the foreground, and just behind there is Sheffield Pike. So yeah, about 2 hours I reckon. And I've never noticed this before. I can't even read it. I'm gonna have to have a Google. You know, it just shows you how humid it is because and how hot. Because all I've seen is that guy Simon and 2 other lads just now that are making their way over to Raise, and that's all I've seen. Apart from the coaster coasters, that I've not seen anyone. But there's just a little bit of a breeze here, which is fantastic. So I didn't want it to start thundering and lightning like it looked like it was going to earlier, because it'd just be a proper midge fest then, and that's not what we need, is it? So I'm going to make my way to Helvellyn Summit and then drop over to the spring and get some more. Okay, so I'm at the spring. I wouldn't usually filter this, but it looks busy with our mates, doesn't it? Sorry ladies. Let's get the bottles filled up. Okay, so I've taken on water now. I've got the close to 4 litres as well, so that should do me. And I got another litre down me there. It's so humid. I mean, there's a really nice breeze here, which I'm so thankful for. I just felt it as I was coming from the spring up to where I am now. So in front of me now, centre screen, you've got Catesby Cam, obviously Ullswater in the background, and then you've got Sheffield Pike there with all that brown vegetation on it. So I've got to go over that way and then take that path down there, and then where that path splits off and comes down like a wiggly worm, I'm continuing along that ridge line and then making my way to Sheffield Pike. So I think I've gone past the hunger stage completely. There's another 2 people over there, and then there was a guy pitching his tent back on the side of Helvellyn. It's a shame it's so hazy, because I'd have incredible views from here otherwise. But yeah, onwards and well, onwards and downwards for the time being. Alright mate, I'm not jealous at all. I'm filming you. That guy's just gone up to Helvellyn on his bike. Yeah, he was just telling me that a year and a half ago he was 20 stone. So we took up cycling and hiking. So a bit of a chat with him. It's one thing, innit, about when you're on mountains, everyone stops to have a chat and pass the time of day, don't they? You don't get that in cities, do you? I miscalculated. I thought that bit there where the track splits, I thought that was my cue to go right, but it's not, is it? There's another view of Catesby Cam. Yeah, so I've got to go to this peak here. I can't be bothered to get my map out. I've not looked at my map all day, so kind of doing it from memory. Yeah, so I reach the top of this and then I drop down and then I do a right, because my next peak would be Raise. and I'm not doing that. I'm turning right towards Sheffield Pike before that. So yeah, I think I've still got about an hour. Well, I've got my features mixed up because I'm at Rays now, and down there is the path, or the little cross roads rather, where I do a right to go to Sheffield Pike. But I would have loved to pitch up here, but the ground's too hard. There's lots of flying midges about. Not midges, what are they? Dragonflies, and some little ones as well. I just hope that there's still a breeze when I get over there to keep these bugs at bay. But yeah, it's been right. Evening people, it is 9:30 now at night, and I've opted for plan B, so we've sacked off going to well, just give me a minute. Yeah, we sacked off going to Sheffield Pike because I looked at the map before it came out, and I've not looked at it all day until when I got to the top of Rays, and I got mixed up with Rays and Stybarrow Dodd. So Stybarrow Dodd is what I thought Rays was. So basically, when I was on Whiteside, so after Helvellyn, and then I got to Whiteside, in my mind I thought I was doing a right there, but really I should have been going past Rays and then to Sticks Pass. So I'm actually camped at Sticks Pass now. So it's been a boiling day. It's been absolutely just so still and sweaty. I think I've drank 5 litres of water. So it was just so still, honestly, going along Grisdale Beck. And I just thought, the way I was feeling, like I thought if I carry on to Sheffield Pike and then there's someone there, or there's a disaster for whatever reason, then I'm going to be knackered. So I've already made my dehydrated meal. It's a homemade one, like last time. I've stuck it inside my down beanie. So if you've got a down beanie, you don't need to bring a pouch, because that'll do the same job. So yeah, so I'm just going to rehydrate this now and then get this down my neck and get a good sleep, because I think it was it 1:45 when I set off? I forgot now. So 1:45, 1:45, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's like 8 hours in it. I mean, I was chatting to people along the way and everything. Well, I say chatting to people along the way. I was chatting to people when I was going along Grisdale Beck. The people that was doing coast to coast, and then I only really seen that Simon and then that guy on the downhill mountain bike, and then these 2 other lads, and that's all I've seen high up. And it just goes to show you, though, there's not many people, everyone's sensible. I didn't want to go sweating their backs out on Helvellyn today by the looks of it. So yeah, so I'm just going to get this down my neck and then get a sleep tea. I'm on the Clipper. The Clipper, a bag of our chamomile, lemon balm and lavender organic. Yeah, going to get them down my neck. So I'll chat with you tomorrow about my my choices of kit for this one. Right, so I'll bid you good night. God bless. Right, I'll just let you have a quick look at my homemade meal. So it's one of them sober pot noodle things, and again I put mixed nuts, mixed fruit, mixed herbs, black pepper, plenty of sea salt, And what else? Oh yeah, I didn't put turmeric in this time because last time that turmeric spilt on me other one of these and the stain's not come out. Can't have that, can we? So yeah, so I'm going to get stuck into this now. Morning people, it's 8 o'clock. I've had a right good sleep. Yeah, I'm just going to put a brew on and then we'll have a chat about my choice of clothing and some bits and pieces I brought out with me yesterday, because like all in it only weighed 6 kilos. So we'll start with the clothing and then I'll tell you about my bits and pieces of kit. But first we need to select a tea bag, don't we? Yeah, I've had a really good sleep. I missed the sunrise and missed out on the opportunity to, what do you call them slow things? I've forgotten what I did last night. Right, we're not having a sleep tea because I'm still half groggy. We're not having a Lady Grey today, looking, oh no, it's getting a bit low. It's only got a choice of Lady Grey and Lavender Earl Grey. I'll go for the Lavender Earl Grey. Yeah, so because there was a potential for midges, I made sure I brought with me my head thing, which I hate wearing, and there is a few bugs flying about at the moment. That breeze has dropped again, hasn't it? So yeah, so in summer I always make sure I've got one of them, and I've got a few little bits and pieces, you know, like that stingy stick, and I've got this little like tub of this I don't know what it is, supposed to keep them away, but you know, I've only used it a few times. I don't like putting it on my face. I don't like, you know, put it on my bare skin really. I tend to rub it on clothes that I'm wearing. Like if I'm wearing a beanie, I'll put it on that. Well, I won't be wearing a beanie, will I? But if I'm wearing a peak cap or whatever, or I've got this outdoor research cap as well, which is like the one I had yesterday, but it's got like a neck veil. So if I'm wearing a short t-shirt, I'll wear that. Which leads me on to my hoodie I was wearing. So the last, I bought this last year. It's called, it's a Montbell Wicron. I don't know if Wicron's the material or the name of it. No, it's not got it. Anyway, so it's Montbell and it's a Wicron. It's got the thumb loops on the sleeves as well, but it is fantastic material. You know, if you blow through it, it's just, there's no resistance whatsoever, and it's got like a 50 pf protection factor. So that was fantastic. And then the only thing is that the hood's made a bit big, so you have to wear a cap underneath it to keep the hood from blocking your vision. So yeah, so the Mozzie net, the Wicron hoodie, and then these, so I've got these shorts in black, green, I'm wearing for work, I'm wearing for hiking, and white. So these ones are wearing some of the from Decathlon. They're called Concept 360, and what I love about them is these pockets. So these pockets, you know, they've got these like fast running zips, and if you're doing things like YouTube and stuff like that and you're carrying cameras, you can get them in and out quick, and you know they're safe. But the best thing is you've got this like ventilated section here that goes along the crotch. So yeah, so with them being light, again with the top being light as well, it's your best options when the sun's on your back, because like I seen a lady yesterday, I had a good chat with her as well. She's a woman from Liverpool, and she was doing the coast to coast on her own. She's dead proud of herself because she didn't think she'd have the confidence to do it, and then she was telling me about all the type of training she's been doing. But she had a black top on, and I said to her, you know, do you not think you should be wearing something lighter because, you know, you're going to get too warm? And she was complaining about being too hot anyway. And she said, yeah, she'd realised that. So yeah, so I mean, I know I've got this on now, but this is like part of my sleep system. So yeah, so that's it clothing wise. On my socks. So I only like these smart wool socks for summer. So I'm not really a big fan of merino because it tends to sort of stay damp for ages. That's what I find anyway. I'd rather have a synthetic layer next to my skin. But what I like about these is that they're full of loops. Can you see? It's full of like little loops, and if they do get sweaty, you know, you stop to dip your feet in the stream or whatever, you can take these off, and then just, you know, while you're waiting 5 or 10 minutes, they dry out. Same with that top as well. I mean, I had my Zpacks rucksack with me yesterday, and you know, the Arc Haul, where you can curve the back frame to create more of an airflow behind or less. It's up to you, you know, whatever you prefer. But that rucksack with that wicker on top, honestly, you didn't have that uncomfortable feeling you get, you know, sometimes from a rucksack rubbing against your back, just creating more and more sweat. And you've got to bear in mind as well, you know, like I ended up drinking 5 litres of water yesterday, and I was sweating enough as it was, but if I'd have had a different type of rucksack, that would have made me sweat more, and all that sweat has got to be replaced, which leads me on to my next little tip I've got for you. Hang on, my water's just about to boil now. But in this little bag, I've got 2 tablets. I've got a blue tablet and that creamy colour looking thing. Now, the blue tablet, no, it's not what you're thinking. I'm not round here chasing after sheep after popping one of them. Just let me get this sorted. Yeah, I'm not one of these Jimmy Savile types. No, what the blue one is, it's a copper and zinc tablet. So I've discovered, so I'm always researching, you know, like nutrition and, you know, different types of foods and the benefits and side effects and stuff like that. So I come across this thing that explains no matter what minerals you're taking, whether it, you know, in your food or whatever, without an adequate supply of copper, the minerals don't get to where they're supposed to be going. They don't get distributed correctly around your body. So if you think of an orchestra and you get the guy in the middle, you know, telling everyone what to do, that's what copper acts like in your body. It's like a conductor. You know, it's sort of like the foreman on a building site. It instructs the minerals where to go. And the reason that I got onto it is because I've been researching the benefits of different types of magnesium, because yesterday when I was sweating loads, I was half expecting to get some cramp, and I'm on about day 11, I think it is, of taking that copper and zinc. So when you research cramps and stuff like that, they tell you that, you know, it could be a lack of magnesium or a lack of phosphorus and stuff like that. So I've not had any specific tests or anything like that, but I've deduced that I was low on magnesium, so I started taking some, and then I was still getting cramps when I did long walks. It was always when I just laid down and I was about to change my socks. Then, you know, when you get your leg in that position, that's it, and then you hang about for like, you know, like 60 seconds or so before it goes. But or it had happened when I woke up for a pee in the middle of the night. But anyway, like I say, I'm on day 11 now, and these seem to be doing the jobs. And like I say, yesterday after all that sweating, bearing in mind I was replacing the fluids I lost, I've not had the slightest bit of a cramp or anything like that. So yeah, I think it's working.
but I'll let you know if things change. Yeah, so that's it really. Tent wise, I've got the HMG Mid 450 grams, and then in spare clothes wise, I got my Senchi, my Fairpoint leggings, which is the same alpha direct material, and then another spare set of socks, same thing, smart wool, and then that down beanie, and I've got the Rab Phantom hoodie top. I didn't bother bringing the leggings, and that's it really. And then sleep system wise, just using my Cumulus inverse jacket, and then I brought this PhD half bag. It's the first time I've actually used it. Paid 250 quid for it last year, got it off eBay. It's supposed to be like we call it half bag, pied elephant, race bag, or whatever you want. And yeah, so I was plenty warm enough last night, but I doubt if it went below 10 degrees. So yeah, so that wraps that up, and hope you found it interesting. Is there anything else? No, there isn't. That's it.
Yeah, just while I'm on the subject of copper as well, find it interesting that when I was a kid, we used to have our water pipes in our houses. There was all copper, weren't there? And now everything's plastic, isn't it? And I just wonder, is it a coincidence that with the lack of copper, that you get in this surge in dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff like that? Because when I was growing up, I'd never heard of that. I think I was probably in my 30s before I started to notice that there was quite a few people, suffering from it. But when you just sort of research copper in general, some interesting stuff comes up. It's like only like just over 100 years ago, all these big government, there's a plane coming past, all these big government buildings like, town halls, libraries, hospitals and things like that. It's passing anyway. Yeah, they all had these copper finials on, like big copper spikes. Come on, RAF, I'm trying to do a video here. Right, they've gone. They must have heard me. Yeah, they had these like copper spikes, and what they did was they were like natural energy conductors, and they would draw energy in out of the atmosphere, and then people would create this system where these copper pipes was extended down into the basement of the building, and they created. Did you not hear me? Yeah, and they created a free heat source, and then whoever it was, the powers that be at the time, had it within their wisdom to ban it. They used the excuse that it was causing fires. So I think it was in Chicago where there was an earthquake, and what that did, it fractured the gas pipes, and then a fire started. But they blamed it on the copper finials that was on these buildings, and then globally, over the course of the next year, they all got removed and banned, and then slowly but surely, copper's been taken out of homes and things like that, hasn't it? So I'm just wondering, it seems to be interesting to me anyway that all these neurological problems were on the rise, and there's less and less copper in our system. So yeah, just a bit of food for thought. Look at this Zpacks. I'll put it in the sun. So yeah, I've mentioned many times that this is my favourite pack. I mean, this is the 60 litre, but yeah, look at that gap there. I can make a fist behind that. But yeah, I mean, that really came into its own yesterday. I also noticed as well, you see these shoulder straps, they're very breathable, because I noticed on that bit there was like salt coming through. That's how much I was sweating yesterday. So yeah, this is a size medium, and I'm 5'10", but obviously it doesn't really matter about your height, you've got to measure your back to get it right. But yeah, this is the 60 litre one. I recently sold the 70 litre because I just realised that now I'm going to be taking the Solo Black Label with me on my winter trips. That Zpacks 70 litre was my winter pack, but I've just decided that I'm going to use the HMG 55 because I'll get away with it with the temperatures being a lot colder. Plus I actually prefer the stated volumes on the HMG because the HMG 55 has got more capacity than the Zpacks 70 litre. That's what I've found anyway. So yeah, so that's why I sold it, and some lucky person got it for less than 300 quid. Okay, so I'm going to knock it on the head now because I've got less than 10% battery. So what I'm going to do now is just make my way down to Glenridding. I'm not going to bother doing Sheffield Pike, and I need to, there's a few dods behind me over that way that I need to tap out. I mean, I'm not really a Wainwright bagger in that, but I will obviously get round to doing them at some point. So yeah, so if you've stuck with me this far, I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and give us a like if you liked it, give us a thumbs down if you didn't. But yeah, I've realised there as well when I was packing up, there's quite a few bits and pieces that I didn't mention. Like one of them was my footwear, for example. Like this time I didn't wear me Travis, what they call Dynafit Travis. I mean, I love them shoes, but I didn't wear them because I knew it was going to be really hot and I wanted my most breathable shoes. So I stuck on the Olympus Timp, and it just reminded me why I don't like these, because your feet swimming about in them a little bit. There's no proper structural support when you're, you know, like when your foot's on an angle when you're on rocky paths. So yeah, so I chose these for this trip, and yeah, they prevented my feet from overheating anyway. But yeah, they're not really my style of shoe, especially when you're going over a rocky ground. Yeah, so I'll knock it on the head, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. So if you have stuck with me all the way through this one, thanks very much. God bless, and take care of yourselves when you're out there in the mountains.